Welcome, this is Ageless John, and I'm going to play Cat Interstellar. It's an early access game, and it looks like it's got a lot of potential. It looks like a fun, enjoyable game. So I thought I might create a series of videos just previewing the different aspects. So far they've got the base, the surface, and the cave. And they're developing things regularly, and they actually have committed to coming out every month with an update. They're afraid that their users and buyers and those who support them will begin to think that perhaps maybe if they don't put out content on a regular basis, that maybe this game will fall into the hole that so many other early access games have seemed to have fallen into and just never gotten finished. They seem to be very committed to this game and are quite often updating it, so I appreciate that. And it seems to be a fun game, and it's actually developed quite a bit from the very early access when I initially bought it. About the game, it is about mankind's attempts to terraform Mars. You play as a dog VF drone. It's a newly activated robot that is created to assist in terraforming on Mars. There aren't any humans there, they're all robots. And dog will find yourself doing various missions across the planet of Mars. It's very early. When I initially bought it, there's only about 15 minutes worth of play. The creators of this game are very interested in science. They would like to be able to justify everything in the game by the ability that someday, in using science, that mankind could actually do these things. Their motto is putting the science back in science fiction. So it seems like it's going to be a fun game, and I'm going to give it a try, and you can join me. Alright, the first thing I'm going to do is the base.
I see we have a successful boot sequence with Unit 38DOG.
Yeah, looks like she's coming online now.
Good. Go ahead and attach the surveying module, then initialize the comm link.
Adding surveying module now. Once we get this installed, she'll be equipped with everything she needs to operate in the caves.
Dog, can you hear me?
Sorry, but we weren't shipped any pitch modulators. She won't be able to respond.
I see. Never mind then. Please activate our navigation protocols. I'll brief her on the way to the command room, then send her to the blast doors.
Roger that.
Follow me, dog.
Alright. You push tab and your commands will come up. You can either use the mouse control and move your mouse around that way for direction, or WASD commands will also move. The left shift will increase your speed, but we haven't gotten there yet. There's actually
I understand it must be a little disconcerting waking up for the first time. Regardless, it's very important that you complete your mission before the humans conduct their planetary analysis. Our sector stands to be one of the most prominent on the planet. I'll explain in more detail once we get to the command room. We'll have to go through the nursery though. The main hallway is under repair after a recent incident with the skylift.
the center
Even
mouse.
though we were originally tasked with producing and infusing ammonia in the atmosphere, we've had a tremendous amount of success engineering certain strains of plants that can survive on the planet. It's also important to note that the glowing bacteria on the left is one of the greatest scientific discoveries in human history.
Cool. The mouse, center mouse button. Okay, that must be the bacteria. The center mouse button, when you roll it in and out, will change your view. Kind of like the first person view a little
You
bit
may
better.
also encounter our short-haired test companion at some point. Every now and then you can find her prowling around the plants in here. She mainly sticks to the air guys.
So is that actually a cat? I don't know. I haven't seen it. Yeah, I know, I'm slow. I'm exploring. It's pretty cool in here.
I'll try to make this quick because we need to get you in the mines as soon as possible. The reason you're here is because we recently discovered a generous deposit of graphite while anchoring the skylift. Unfortunately, we've had some difficulty finding its exact location. Over the next few months, you'll be helping us mark the deposits. We've established a small mine a few hundred meters from here, and that's where you'll start. While the promise of population relief for Earth will never become a reality, successful colonization will all but ensure the survival of the human race.
Okay.
Those are becoming increasingly common. It wasn't completely unexpected, but we were finding that some of our more aggressive terraforming techniques may have had some unforeseen results.
Really?
The research division has not yet had the opportunity to conduct a thorough investigation into the geology of this planet. Much to their frustration, the UNC placed rush orders on all of our excavations, and it appears unlikely that any future environmental studies will take place in the near future. Alright, time to get to work. Head down the stairs to the left. The exit is at the end of the hallway. Android 341 will give you your assignments. Oh, and before I forget, welcome to Mars.
Thank you. Virtual map. Head down the hall to the left. Pretty cool. That must be the space elevator. I am moving really slow right now, and apparently this fellow...
How's it going? Hopefully Android 1 didn't bore you too much with the details. I'm sure you're anxious to get to work. I'm going to activate your P thrusters now.
Yeah.
You should be able to cover twice the distance when you need to. You'll also be able to jump, kind of like an actual dog. Just a couple things before we get you to the mines. Could you run one of these containers of fertilizer over to the greenhouse? I know Android 52 also needs some help over at the skylift, but he's the last one who's going to complain if you're late. Feel free to explore the base some more, but don't let Android 1 see you using those thrusters inside. Alright, I'll get these blast doors open for you. Take a ride as soon as you exit the greenhouse, and if you need help finding the skylift, just look up. You can't miss it.
Yeah. Seems like dust in the house is a bad idea for robots, but that's just me. Alright, now I can go fast. Okay, this is the fertilizer. And you collect it with the left mouse. That picks up anything that's pick-upable. So I go out here, I jump to the right until I find the greenhouse. In this early stage of the game, there's not really a lot to it. Seems to be just delivery and pickup kind of missions, but it's relaxing and it's kind of fun, and I really like the graphics and the idea behind the game. So I'm hoping it turns out to be a lot more. A lot longer and in-depth story would be what I'm looking for. But it's fun. It's pleasant to play. It's unstressful. I turned the sound down for the wind because I found it annoying. But none of the other sounds seem to bother me very much. And like this is super cool.
Oh, I didn't know they had a dog up and running. Thanks for bringing the fertilizer. If you don't mind, just put it in the dispenser. It'll automatically mix it in with the well water and send it to the sprinkler system.
Okay. Put it in here. Left mouse, and let go.
Thanks a lot, dog. It should do it for today. I think Android 52 needs some help over at the skylift when you get a chance.
I'm gonna run around here. Look at all this cool stuff. What is this giant thing? Oh, I think this is, no, maybe it's not. Is it a broken part? No. This is some sort of a generator. Solar panels going into that. I have no idea what this is. Huh. Maybe it was used earlier on, it's not used anymore after the successful growth of plants in open atmosphere on Mars. I like these cool little wobbly greenhouse panels. Huh. Alright, now this way. And go to the space elevator and do something there. Just take the scenic route. That's never a good sound. Although, you really have to do a massive amount of change to a planet to get it to have earthquakes on a regular basis. Do you know how big planets are? They're huge. It's not like popping a balloon. Poke a hole in it and it explodes. Oh well. I haven't got that far. Maybe there's a huge excavation going on. Whether or not there is, it's part of the storyline. The rocks are pretty cool. I have to say I like the rocks. And there's a lot of them, so. Alright. That's where I'm heading. Yay-ha. Look at that. Yay. That's a space elevator. Apparently it broke at one point. There's some of that. And for those who are wondering what it's like to jump in here, yeehaw! Oh. And it just pops you out right here. Kind of a shortcut.
Dog.
Hello.
Glad to see you moving around on your own. Wasn't sure how well your memory cache held up when we unloaded you. Stutter drive technology is still a little shady. We've had some pretty bad luck around here lately. An earthquake caused a small explosion in one of the turbines, and the aftershock sent a ripple through the links. I'm not gonna lie, it was pretty cool to see this thing tear itself apart. One of the links even landed on the base. Android 1 obviously wasn't too happy about it, but for the most part we got everything working again. I'm really surprised it wasn't worse. Anyway, we were in the middle of a shipment when it happened, and some of the crates we were sending up went flying. That wasn't bad enough. A sandstorm set in while we were repairing the lift, and the crates got blown all over the place. On the bright side, it was actually a small shipment of graphite, so this would be a good chance to test that sensor of yours out. You should start to pick up a faint trace of graphite in the air when you're close. You'll know it when you see it. There's only 3 left, so just place them in the skylift when you find them. They've already been pretty battered by the storm and the fall, so don't hesitate to throw them around if you're in a hurry. Just try not to drop them in the pit, or we'll never get them back. I'll be here when you're done.
Alright. I happen to actually know where these 3 are because I've done this before. One's here, and yeah, that's our sensor. Oh, look. I wonder what that is. Huh. Yeah, our sensor is utter garbage. But, you know, I'm sure there's a purpose for it. Maybe there's some missions that will eventually get us to a point where we extend our sensors a greater range. Alright, there's one there. There's one around the back where the pipes are. The fallen bits are. Like the little particle effects of the wind blowing the sand. There it is. Oh, look. Oh, it's funny. Our sensors are kind of a stink cloud motif. Last one is over here. time to find the first time. Oh, there's more of that groundbreaking terraforming material. There's no map as of such, or at all that I know of. See? And it would have been helpful the first very, very aggravating time I tried to find that. To at least have a map of where I could and could not go. But like I said, it's still early access. A lot of work to be done. And it's really pretty and a lot of fun as it is.
Once you get it loaded, you can activate the skylift using the monitor up those stairs.
Yes, this is fun. This is one of the concepts that you know, I read a lot about inside. Look at that, the sky. The clouds are streaming past it. That's pretty cool. For the cheapest version, or the least long-term cheapest version of transportation to space is via some sort of space elevator. That way the spaceships outside the gravity well would just dock at the top, drop their cargo off or pick up cargo and then send it down. I have a feeling it would be
Wow.
a little bit bigger than this.
I thought I was bad at my job. Anyway, Android 1 has been messaging me since you left.
Goes the
He wants you to meet him over at
boxes.
the mine. If you follow this green power tube back, you should see it on your left. There's 2 light posts out front.
Okay. Alright, from here on we go to the cave. Follow the green power tube. Oh, it disappears. Well, it reappears again over here. But I know where it is. And I'm going to stop here when I get to the cave. But I'm going to show you where it is. So it's a fun, relaxing, non-stressful game with a pretty attractive visual. See, there it is right there. Visual atmosphere. Just to relax and have some fun, and I really like the idea behind it because I'm really big into space, and that's where we're going next. Space, real science and science fiction is one of the things that I really appreciate when people try to do, and it's just a fun game. You should really check it out. And I believe they're actually coming up with a brand new demo version. They announced in our last letter that they posted, I think it was this week, the week of the creation of this video. So I highly suggest you check it out and enjoy this fun little game, Cat Interstellar. This has been Aces John. Thank you for joining me, and have a good night.